back. It is 8:14 with Jada Pinkett Smith. Our wide-ranging, revealing conversation made a lot of headlines. We talked about her journey from the streets of Baltimore to the heights of Hollywood, that incident at the Oscar, her battle with severe depression, her relationship with Will Smith, and after all of it, Jada says she's finally feeling worthy.
Good and decent people of YouTube, there are only two things that Karen Pinkett Smith is worthy of. One of them is her acting accolades. Yes. The other one is ridicule. She is ridiculous. She is worthy of ridicule. Now, many of my regular fans may remember that I took 2 7-month online courses with the degrees printed out on my very own printer right here. Those 2 degrees are PhDs in Karenism and Karenitis. I also have 2 master's degrees in Karen sociology and psychology. Today, I finally get to use them all on this monster, this sociopath, this narcissistic final level of the hardest video game you've ever played, boss villain version of a human being. This altered beast is indeed worthy of the ridicule I am about to lay down. Get your popcorn ready. Understand that today's Karen is the ultimate Karen. Today's Karen, I'm going to break down with precision by her own words and her own actions. My observations will be acute and undeniable. Unlike all of the other coverage you've seen of this disgusting beast on your screen, none of them will be as accurate or as well defined as you will see today. I guarantee it, and we're starting with this.
Her battle with severe depression, her relationship with Will Smith, and after all of it, Jada says she's finally feeling worthy.
Karen Pinkett Smith, I find it hard that someone like you, who has denied introspection at every turn, someone like you who has denied any sense of reservation when doling out your opinion on how others should live their lives, could just now believe that they are worthy. Because if that's the case, what the hell did you think you were when you said this?
We basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Understand the level of narcissism necessary for the statement that you just heard, YouTube. Most people in your situations would say, I made a mistake. But someone as unworthy as you said, I was glad to give someone else healing while they were my Band-Aid.
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
At the exact time when you were given the opportunity to show humility, to show grace, your sense of self-worth was so overblown that you could have floated across the Atlantic without a sail. And now you try to say that you just found your worth? Then God dog it, what was it then? That's scary to think about. And if somehow you still think that she healed her own Band-Aid that she used to cover her wounds, let's just put that to rest.
Eventually, August broke things off and they haven't really talked since.
August released the song Entanglements, which went into detail about his heartbreak over Jada. That ain't my girl, but I got the key to the crib into the car. And you left your man just to f with me and break his heart.
And I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it.
And just one more time for the record, how did this Karen Swamp Leech describe her relationship with that young man again?
And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Now let's continue on with your grotesque interview, exemplary of the worst Karen that this channel has ever seen.
As we sit here today in a reflection of, was it the right thing to reveal, to talk about everything? Do you feel like you made the right choice?
Absolutely. I think you, at some point, you know, I had to talk about my journey, you know? And I think, just like we were talking about, I think there's so many of us who, you know, hold so much, you know, specifically women, and feeling like we're going to be criticized, we're going to be
can't say anything.
judged, you can't say anything. And the beautiful part about it is, like, this whole journey, as difficult as it's been, has just brought Will and I closer in such an authentic way.
The hell you talking about, Karen? Have you seen homie lately? Mr. Smith needs a shave, Karen. He needs a line-up. It looks like he needs a shower. Listen, these are classic signs of depression. He's going through it. What you really mean is, because you're okay, everyone must be okay. The only one that matters is you. Exhibit A.
What's crazy about this story, Jaden invited August over. Next thing you know, his friend is banging his mom. Jaden and August are yet to be spotted together again, meaning their friendship is probably a thing of the past.
You thought that red table talk was gonna go great for you, huh, Karen? You thought you could control the narrative. That's what narcissists need. You thought that you could make sure everyone still likes you, and you could control the narrative and manipulate the people, because Will Smith and you weren't together anymore. And that makes you look good, and that's all you care about, but you forgot about your son. Huh? This his friend that you were bouncing up and down on. Huh? But as long as you look good, I mean, it's all okay. Everybody's got to be happy now, right? The psychological and emotional damage you've done to him doesn't really matter as long as you're healing, right? Go ahead, girl. You're worthy. Exhibit B.
Is that even their kids were dragged into the Will versus Tupac mess. When Willow was only 11 years old, she wrote a letter to Tupac asking him to come back so her mommy could be happy. In the letter, Willow wrote, "Dear Tupac, I know you are alive someplace. I think that my mommy really misses you. Can you please come back? Can you come back so mommy and I can be happy? I really wish you were here. I really do. Love, Willow." It is important to note that Willow had never met Tupac, so for her to write a letter to him saying that he would make her mother happy if he returned just shows that how much he still affects their family life, because it looks like Jada continues to talk about him, even behind closed doors.
Now to my anti-Karen soldiers and lieutenants out there, join if you want to become one. What have we learned in the past 3 years? Have we not learned that a Karen will indeed manipulate, mentally abuse, or otherwise control her own child in order to control the narrative, to make herself feel better, or gain sympathy thereof? Ding, correct answer. Just for fun, Exhibit C.
In that time, in those 4 years, you've written a new book. It's getting a lot of attention called Worthy. And I love the cover. I think that's a photo made up of photos of you.
Yes, it's all the thousands of Jadas in that one Jada head.
Why, Karen Pinkett Smith? I'll tell you why. Because you're a narcissistic, sociopathic, emotional vampire. And yes, YouTube, we're going to go straight into the slap heard around the world to dig in depth into this concept. You've been waiting for this. I know. This is why you tuned in. This may have been the most important and newsworthy thing that has ever happened at the Oscar Awards, ever. But listen, I want to dig deeper. Let's talk about the emotional vampire, Karen Pinkett Smith. Part 2, the slap, the thug, and the submissive without a master. You're not gonna want to miss this one. Less than 24 hours. Stay tuned.